Yo, what up YouTube? Rotocut Gaming here with another crypto related video, this time talking about GPU mining and the temperatures of the video cards that you use in that endeavor. So I don't have the most professional setup. I'm using a room that previously, or I guess now I'm still using as a movie theater, and I have my GPU miner there. And I've been dealing with temperature issues ever since the 2018 days. I had a room in my previous home where I had two machines, just 1080 Ti's and 1070 Ti's, just churning out heat, and I had to figure out a way to dissipate that heat, and it wasn't the most cost effective nor the most professional way. And that's one of my issues that I've always had. As a GPU miner, you always got to think about that heat dissipation and keeping the cost down. You don't want to use your AC, constantly cranking that room specifically or whatever. If you only have like one GPU miner, then it's not cost efficient. If you have like several and then you figured out the whole electricity and AC issues, then okay, sure. But for my case, I wanted to keep cost at a minimum. So that's what this is my current setup. It's nothing too fancy. It's like a fan that you got from Walmart and another fan here that I put on my window, exhausting all the possible hot air out. And I say possible because hot air rises to the top, and I have this little opening here towards the bottom of the window of the room. So we'll make it work. But just quick, right here, what I got going on. I got this fan right here blasting out all, I guess relatively cooler air from the left side of my miner, and the hot air is gonna come towards this section right here, that it's gonna exhaust it out. So let me just pause this for a minute. I had a lot of issues with when I didn't have this fan here, and I just had, let's say, an impromptu setup. Actually, when I had nothing, all the hot air was being, it just got stuck underneath this section, and it wasn't blowing it towards the window. And my temperatures were not what I expected. I'll talk about my temperatures in a little bit. So right here, this section is where all the hot air for some reason was just like not moving. And also I had another thing where my power supply unit, the way that I have it set up, and it might not be correct, but the way that I had it set up, I had it on eco mode. And what eco mode does is that the fan barely spins, if not at all. So a lot of air was gathered here, a lot of hot air, and the video cards that were right on top of it were getting cooked up, and the temperatures were like 5 or 6 degrees higher than these other ones over here. So there's a little button here that you can turn off eco mode, and I was able to push this air out towards here, and then now in conjunction with the fan, it's coming here, it's circulating. So this is where I have my 3080 Ti right now. These 3080 Ti, 3060 Ti, these two, this one and this one, they run actually pretty cool. All right. So what do I got going on here? I don't have it at the highest setting, and forgive the focusing on the camera. I have it on level 2. So this, to keep the noise levels down, and I really didn't see any difference between 3 and 2. So, that's the reason why I kept it at 2. The consumption of that fan is 35 watts. So that goes into consideration with how much I'm spending to cool off the room. It's roughly between that and this fan that I got from Lowe's, local hardware store. This is the one that's pushing all the air out. So this one is about 45 to 50 watts, and together it's not breaking the bank, so to speak, as far as my cooling solution. So this is actually a food thermometer type deal. But if you use it, I guess, to record ambient temperature, it's pretty good. So 83.5 degrees in the center of the room, And I was trying to get an idea, okay, am I really pushing hotter air out? And yeah, look, 83, 85, 86, 80, it's about to get to 87. So all that air that's being pushed out from the left side, it's reaching this area, which is what I want it to do. And if I really go and try to compare this side, is it 88? Oh, sorry, excuse the focus here. Let it, come on, let's go. So it's going down. Look, 87, 86. So I do have cooler air pushing the left side of my frame, of my rig, to the right side. Success. And I think it's gonna show in the numbers that I'm gonna show you with the rig. And I was trying to get a reading here, it doesn't work. Let me just fast forward. I don't have the reason I recorded the fan is I don't have this one on. I had it. I think this one consumes altogether like 75 watts if I leave it at the highest. But I already have a good thing going with the fans down there, so I don't want to mess with this when I'm getting the temperatures that I wanted. Maybe they could be better. That's another experiment that I could do later on, but as of right now, that's where I'm gonna leave them. And I do have an additional problem. This is where I have my Titan XP and my 1070 Ti. You can't see crap, I didn't turn on the light, but anyway, I got two video cards in there, and these things are running like at 65 degrees Celsius, and I'll show you in a little bit. So I'm concerned about this. I gotta find a cooling solution for this crappy closet deal that I got going on. Walking over to my desk, so here is where I have my main gaming computer, and the thing about it is that I am running a 3080 Ti FTW, not the Ti, I'm sorry, the 3080 FTW3, and I'm also running one of the 3060 Ti's here. So the reason why I have my 3080 Ti and my 6 GPU mining rig is because of spacing issues and power supply issues. The power supply that I have here, although it's like 850 watts, I chose not to use it because the one that I have in my mining rig is 1600 watts. So much better. It's a titanium one, titanium grade. That's the reason. But ultimately, I couldn't fit both the 3080 Ti and the 3080 here. So I opted to bring one of the 3060 Ti's here, and it's working out great. I don't really have any issues. And that's the reason why I brought it. I got these fans here blowing air. These things are cooling. This one is kind of being kept cool on its own. I'm currently happy with my setup right now. And I got this little solo miner, just a standalone 3080 FTW3 mining Ethereum. But that was just the setup, what I'm working with. These are the temperatures that I'm getting out of them. On the main rig, let me make this bigger. The hottest one is the 3080 Ti, but that's because it's actually being pushed the most power through it, 313 watts as opposed to 169 on the other ones. So relatively speaking, for it to be 60 degrees, churning out almost 60 mega hash on Ravencoin, that's pretty good. I'm happy about that. And don't mind these numbers. I think they're all over the place. I have an issue with the operating system. This actually corresponds to this, and I've confirmed that. I confirmed it here, the actual readouts over here. So 60, almost 60 mega hash at 60 degrees, and the other ones are below 59. Look, this one is 50 degrees. So I'm happy with it. Some do perform better than the others, but all in all, I think I'm a happy camper. When I walk into that room, it's not super hot. It used to be hotter. Like when I had just the top fan going, it was a sauna in there. And it was worrying me, so I had to do something and not really that expensive, so that's why I ended up buying those fans, and it worked out So I can show real quick the temperatures. Actually, no, I don't have it active because I had to turn it off in order to record this, but I did take screenshots. The 3080 that I have here in my computer right now, on the core, the temperature is 47 degrees Celsius. And look, as you can see, it's mining at 100 mega hash. The junction temperature, the memory junction temperature is at 94 degrees Celsius. So I had padding. I had to buy like little putty to put to modify between the backplate and the GPU. I didn't do a full modification of, you know, taking everything apart and putting this little what do they call it? Like, it's like a little patty, like a temperature heatsink pad type deal. I didn't repad it. I just did it on the backplate, and I added these heat sinks and this little extra fan just to keep that junction memory temperature down, because it used to go up to 100, 102. So I'm happy with the fact that it went down to 94 degrees. And on the 3060 Ti that I have right next to it, I'm getting a 57 degrees Celsius. Not bad, you know, it's still below 60. It's close to 30 mega hash on Ravencoin. So happy with it. You know, I can't complain. Can it be better? Sure, possibly. I just don't know what I can do personally on my end to get that going. But the solo one, I have these readouts of 50 degrees Celsius on the core, 88 degrees on the memory. I don't know why that one performs better. If they were manufactured the same, I really don't know. Maybe it's just, you know, the components, they're much better suited, I guess, on the newer 3080 that I bought. But that could be the case. Now the problem child is on my home theater PC, the one in the closet. I was getting 65 degrees earlier. I don't know if there was something happening. Maybe it just it was hotter at the time. But right now, I did turn off one of the computers in that room, the main one, for a little bit, and maybe it helped dissipate some of that heat. But it can reach all the way up to 65 degrees Celsius, which is technically not bad. But I do have the fans close to 100%. So all in all, oh, and I didn't talk about the fans on my miner. I did not talk about the fans on my miner. I have them at 100%. Now, noise levels with everything, as soon as they close the door, I really don't have any problems. Now, I'm in the kitchen, I'm in the other side of the house. I don't even acknowledge that I have mining computers. So that's a big step up from my previous mining operation in my previous home. It was loud. I didn't think I have the right setup, and luckily it was on the second floor. But as soon as you step on the second floor on my previous home, I mean, it was everywhere, cables everywhere. It was a nightmare. Obviously, you know, I've learned a couple of things, and that's where we are. But yeah, just a quick, well, not so quick. We're looking at what, 12 minutes. If you stuck around this long, appreciate it. Appreciate you coming in and seeing my setup. Like I said, I'm not an expert. I don't have a big mining farm. This is just what I'm working with, and the reason I made these videos is just to record it. I might go back later on and see, oh, look at my dumbass. Look what I was doing back in the day, and this is how I'm doing it now, and blah blah blah. But hey, thanks for coming. Maybe you guys are getting similar temperatures or better temperatures. If you are, cool, let me know. If not, this is what I did. Just nice little airflow. What I think is a nice little airflow. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'll do another analysis later on, see where I'm at, or see if I made any changes. All right, well, appreciate it. Like I said, thank you. Thanks for clicking, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.